I think there's a global anti-American sentiment on the rise, according to McDonald's numbers. Like it's
McDonald's
well,
numbers?
Tesla's its own little microcosm, right? That liberal customer group. It used to be the only show in town. Now tons of people are making great electrics. You've got the government subsidies. Ford makes probably one of the best.
Well, I was
Drifter. What if they made
Elon
sales in Europe, which I was attributing to an anti-American sentiment.
The what in Europe?
The declining sales of Tesla in Europe. They're just basically it's dropped some huge amount, like 87%.
But see, I think they went from selling like 2,000 cars to like 500 cars. In the grand scheme of things, it's small potatoes. When you talk about McDonald's numbers compressing by 3 or 4%, you're talking about billions globally. And it's not like they just stopped liking hamburgers in Singapore. They stopped liking America a little bit, just a little bit. And enough that they went somewhere else to get their fast food that night. And it's showing in the numbers.
Well, you think Tesla numbers are that small in Europe?
It's a guess, but yeah, I know.
I didn't even know they sold Teslas in Europe.
The Nordic countries, where like Norway, Sweden, all the Scandinavian places, they sell a lot there, or used to.
Drifter, what if Tesla released the Series Queen Bed Plus, and it has a deliciously comfortable queen bed in the back with all the accoutrement that's needed? Would you go function over protest?
No, I wouldn't buy it. So this is a personal value of mine, not just about Elon and the recent Twitter and Tesla protests, but throughout my influencing career, I've always worked very hard to make clean money. We don't sell dangerous supplements. We don't sell scammy products. We don't bullshit people. We don't sign bad deals. We don't work for evil companies. And there's compromises to be made and failures and stuff. But I try to make my money clean, and I try to spend clean.
That's interesting. And you bought a Volkswagen, right?
Yeah. So I traded.
Are you familiar with the history of Volkswagen? So that you couldn't have bought a funnier car in your anti-hate. That you bought a Nazi car.
But it was sort of the choice for me. But I am anti-Elon for other reasons that I'm going to keep super vague here on the show. We did not get along, and I maybe sent some very hateful emails that I shouldn't have. And,
Elon Musk? Bro, come on! You gotta spill the beans a little more than that. This could be very funny.
No. Anyway, we had our disagreements.
Sending mean emails to
Did he reply?
Musk as a YouTuber. I don't like your fucking nonsense,
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Elon.
This is a story I was planning to tell, but let's say the political climate changed. Anyway, I don't support him, and I don't want to spend my money on that. I was one of the first Cybertruck pre-orders. I could have had a Cybertruck like ages ago. And I said, you know what? I just don't want to give money to that shit. I'll give it to something else, anywhere else. And
you made the right decision there. The Cybertruck is ugly as hell.
Yes, I agree. I wish, okay.
Every time I see it in public, I'm blown away by how aesthetically displeasing it is to me. I don't like it.
I think that's an amazing thing. I just wish the performance matched that look. Imagine having this bizarre, weird looking car that was God tier performance. That was a really fun fantasy for me. But I
think the only performance thing it has is the same thing all the electric cars have, where they're like, look how fast it goes 0 to 60 because it turns on immediately. And it's like, all right, well, 0 to 60 isn't really what you're in the market for a truck for ever.
Dude, get an F-150. I don't see anybody would buy that.
Get a Silverado or an F-150. Ram.
No, the EV, the Lightning, the F-150 Lightning. Like, get
F-150 Lightning electric truck. Have you guys seen the Slate truck, the 20K dumb?
Yeah. EV? Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. $27,500. Jeff Bezos backed EV company, bare bones, no sound system, manual mirrors, roll up windows, just
no GPS, no touchscreen, none of that shit.
No radio. There's no screen. No, not even LCD screen in there.
Backup cameras like mandatory?
No.
No, this is a small. This is like
I got your answer there. Yeah. So I think they might be, and that's all displayed on the only frill is a digital odometer, speedometer, and I think it's clustered into that. I think they put your rear view displayed there.
Like where your speedometer would be. Okay.
Yeah. Your one display is right there, behind the wheel.
It's so cool. Zach, can we get pictures of this thing?
With the tax rebate, I was going to say, obviously your 27.5 comes in at $20,000 flat for this brand new EV pickup truck. It's going to sell a ton. It looks kind of smart. but it also, for 20 grand, it looks
I want to see
amazing.
if they make it. I feel like so many EV companies build a prototype that get people excited, and that appears to be the easy part. The hard part is building a building that makes these cars. And we'll see how they do there.
Something I saw
features about it.
Oh, sorry.
Taylor, you first. No, you, man. Okay.
I was saying I saw that the manufacturing process for this, which makes it so cheap, is that a lot of the parts in traditional trucks that have to be made out of stamped metal that requires an enormous manufacturing facility, and they're doing injection mold plastic, like hard plastic, obviously, instead. And so it's really streamlined and made it, I guess, viable, hopefully, in a long-term scenario.
Anyway, it allows a lot of customization. So it doesn't have to be a truck. It can be a small SUV or Jeep or hatchback or whatever. I'm glad you brought up the non-metal parts. It's all composite polymer. And they decided no paint jobs. Every single one comes in gray. All of these color options you see, these are wraps. They picked a material that wraps attach to like very easily and don't leave much stain. So it's very easy to throw any wrap you want on it. The big downside to this vehicle is the battery gets you 150 miles if you're not carrying a lot of weight, which is tiny for a modern EV, but you can upgrade that. You can optionally get like a 250 or a 300 mile battery, but the very, very cheap one is for sort of city truck work.
That Jeep Wrangler look that was displayed there with no doors, that appeals to me. That's cool. I
think you could get it for like $25K.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I liked the idea of the Cybertruck. I was planning on buying one back when the cheap one was going to be $40,000. I was like, what? Yeah, okay. Here's your 40.
Same.
Yeah, let's do it.
Why not?
But then it became like $100,000 truck, and it's just like that's not $100,000 truck to me. One of those badass Dodges is $100,000 truck.
Thank you. The one in the lower right looked cool to me.
Yeah.
Can you opt to get it with like a V4 or V6
no
gas engine? No,
I would guess that's a very different truck.
That would be a whole different process and assembly.
I didn't know if they were making it in multiple ways.
They're making an EV.
Yeah.
Okay. That 150 miles seems really like horrible.
Well, it depends on the use case,
like a borderline unusable range.
I see where you're coming from, especially whenever I hear an EV mile, I chop off a third. Does it get 300 miles? Sure, it does. So 150 becomes 100, and now.
So this was at the Pine Park opening.
So you're driving around with 5 gallons in the tank all the time.
Yeah. So you're seeing the behind the scenes where we set up to have a Cybertruck come through the dispensary drive-through window and pick up an order.
That thing is so fucking ugly.
So I'll disagree a little. So I think it looks good from the front and from the front side. This is a good angle for it. From the rear, watching it leave you, it looks like trash. It looks like it's got a big fat conversion van ass, and it looks like crap. Those wheels are stupid as shit.
The wheels are stupid. I don't like anything about the aesthetics of this car.
The wheels.
I'm going to pull up one.
It's all computers.
I don't know why I don't know why the wheels have to look like that. But if you like the way the Tesla looks, I think you're wrong.
Put your dick away.
Hey, look.
Having your fucking FDR blanket.
I'll have you fucking know, this is a sponsored blanket, okay? This is we're going to try to get it here. This is a Logitech G sponsored blanket that has all gaming stuff all over it. So a blanket got sponsored. The Cybertruck does have one feature that I think I wish more cars would have. So this is the front of the truck where you have the frunk, but the frunk also doubles as a bench. So when we're setting up for filming, this guy's split the wig. He owns the Pine Park dispensary. God bless that guy. I love going behind the scenes, and he's hooked me up with so much cool stuff. But we do get to film the opening of the video. We're looking at you,
just so you know, not the video. I just want to make that clear.
Oh God.
No, but this is better.
This is better.
I didn't want to leave you hanging there, but
yeah, sorry. So the frunk, you can store stuff in it, but it also doubles as a bench. So we thought it was perfect to film the intro of the video. By sitting in the Cybertruck and just kind of starting there and then moving into the dispensary as we talk. So it was a really neat feature.
You know what I'm noticing about this video is that I love the silver fox hair.
Oh, fuck you.